Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
Braylon Edwards, Braylon Edwards, Braylon Edwards. What else can I say about Braylon Edwards? 3 seasons back in 2007, the guy was a fantasy super stud. He did it all. He had a bunch of touchdowns. He was just getting it done, and it looked like his career was just going to take off, and he was going to be a clear top 5 fantasy receiving talent for years to come with the Cleveland Browns, as that offense looked really talented. Kellen Winslow had a really nice bounce back point to his career as well, and Derek Anderson came out of nowhere. Well, it's been just bad news ever since that season, and I really do attribute with Braylon. I'm sad with him because I think it's really lack of focus on his part. He's obviously had the drop balls. Maybe the success that he had that season got to his head off the field because he just has not been the guy on the field. That year, he was highly motivated. He wanted to show Cleveland Brown fans that they didn't have a bust player with him. He wanted to show the NFL that he could be the player that he was drafted to be. He was highly motivated, and it seems like he's lost that hunger. He's lost that eye of the tiger, or whatever it is that made him successful that season. He ain't had it the last 2 years. He had a horrible season with the Browns, his last full season there. Last year, he had a bad start with them. He got traded away to the Jets, and he struggled. I mean, and you had a rookie quarterback there. You figure that might be the case. But again, where I'm really disappointed for Braylon is not so much all necessarily the numbers. It's those drop balls. I mean, even in the playoffs, he dropped one right through his hands for a touchdown in the end zone, and Rex Ryan made a point of that at halftime, and that's just not going to fly. You cannot be doing those type of things. Yet again, I will say, hey, you look at the AFC Championship game, and there he is making a fabulous touchdown catch for a big-time touchdown down the field. Mark Sanchez hitting him, and he makes that great play. So he still has the big-time talent there. There's still that ability, but can he harness it together? He's in a contract year this year, so this is a very key year for him, although we were kind of saying that last year with him. Overall, I don't suggest that you go out and have this guy as a starter on your team right away. I know Santonio Holmes has the 4-game suspension, so, unless he gets a game in there where there's an opportunity for them to have a really nice passing day early on, I would say you kind of stay away. He needs to prove things to you before you start starting him and counting on him to be a productive player for your team. He needs to start showing that he is the guy that's more like the 2007 version as opposed to really the rest of his career where he just hasn't been the guy that we've all expected him to be.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in fantasy